Tommy, ready for your flight?
We're gonna be so good. We originally thought that we had an extra seat, but now we're just lap babying it. We have some blocks for Tommy, milk and cookies. Ooh, paint. Oh my goodness, Tommy, you got so much fun stuff. Ooh, and food for the swans and ducks. So cute. Then we got a nice bed. Oh my gosh, and a stuffed animal. So today was day one in London. We came to the Tower of London after visiting Borough Market. At Borough Market we got a delicious vanilla donut. And so now we're at the Tower of London. For a nap? So tired, you need a nap. So apparently we took an elevator to the year 1800, Tommy. This way. This is the Transport Museum. Wow. You guys sitting in this old train car? Transportation Museum is super fun. Tommy's loving it. You don't drive a car with your booty. So we went to the Transport Museum and now we are grabbing a snack because it's like a 5-hour difference. And Tommy is taking his afternoon nap even though it's actually like almost 7 o'clock. So he's gonna wake up and he's gonna be wide awake until like 11:30. So we are having like a snack right now even though this is like dinner time. And then I guess we're gonna go out to eat at like 9. I don't know. So day 2 in London didn't quite start how I had planned. I actually came down with a case of mastitis in the middle of the night and was throwing up. Somehow I rallied and was able to pull myself together. We started off really late. We didn't leave the hotel till like 11. And we first went to the Princess Diana Memorial Playground, which I had heard a lot about.
Where's Mom?
Tommy, of course, loved it. He loves playgrounds. He loves anything that he can swing, climb, crawl through. It was a big success. Then we went to Notting Hill for breakfast. Wait, no, that was lunch. That was our first meal of the day. We went to Notting Hill for lunch. And we ate at Pharmacy, which was a recommendation from one of my friends. I loved it. Nick did like it, but he wished that he had a side of me as well. After that, we toured London on a bus. We did the big bus tour or something that sounds like that in London.
London calling to the faraway towns. Now war is declared and battle come down. London calling to the underworld. Come out of the cupboard, you boys and girls. London calling, now don't look to us. Phony Beatlemania has bitten the dust. London calling, see we ain't got no swing except for the rain and the crunch of thing. The ice age is coming, the sun's zooming in. Meltdown expected, the wheat is good in. Engines stop running, but I have no fear, 'cause London is drowning. I live by the river to the imitation destruction zone. Forget it, brother, you can go it alone. London calling to the
Tommy, you got some serious bedhead.
quit holding out.
Yeah, it's a dog. Trying to knock and say hi to him.
And I don't want to shout, but while we were talking, I saw you nodding out. London calling, see we ain't got no hide, except for that one with the yellowy eyes. The ice age is coming, the sun's zooming in, engines stop running, the wheat is going a nuclear error, but I have no fear, 'cause London is drowning out. I live by the river.
Oh, Tommy, look at the one on his mommy's back.
The ice age is coming, the sun's zooming in, engines stop running, the wheat is cooking, a nuclear error, but I have no fear, 'cause London is drowning out. I live by the river.
Hey guys, so we're back from London and I thought I'd just share with you guys some of the tips that we found. I chose to stay in a hotel over an Airbnb because we've had issues in the past come up where we have needed to call for a taxi, and with Tommy, God forbid, we need to call an ambulance, and our cell phones don't usually work abroad. So I wanted to stay in a hotel that had a concierge, also someone to help kind of make reservations for us. So we chose to stay at the Athenaeum. It was an amazing hotel. They had a kids concierge. When we went in, as I showed you guys, they gave us some kids toys. We did room service a couple of times. And they also made us reservations for dinner, and we also bought our tickets for the Tower of London through them. So they really made our life easier. The food was delicious as well. When it came to getting around London, we brought our UPPAbaby G-Lux, which is an umbrella stroller. It's really light. I can't imagine going through London as a single parent. You really need two people to kind of navigate up and down the stairs. There were people that were willing to help, but there aren't always elevators, and it's not exactly wheelchair accessible. So I really don't know how people do it in London all the time. Since Nick and I were together there, it was doable. We also really lucked out because Tommy naps in his stroller. A lot of kids won't nap in strollers, they need to be in a crib, and we would just use Tommy's nap time to either eat a meal like lunch or travel to our next destination. So when he woke up, the day that we went to the zoo, he slept the entire way from our hotel to the zoo. It was perfect timing. One other tip that I have, if you're gonna fly direct, we did British Airways, and they have these seats saved for kids that are 2 and under. We didn't know this on the way there, but we did reserve one of these seats on the way back. So basically, they're right behind a wall, so they have a tray that folds down and they can put a bassinet on there. And there's also extra leg room where Tommy could stand up and kind of play with his toys on the floor. This was a lifesaver. The trip over to London was pretty stressful. It went fine, but it was stressful. And the way back, it was so much easier. I actually watched 2 movies miraculously. One of them was closed caption because every time I would put in earphones, Tommy would yank them out. When it came to food, I didn't bring a ton of food for Tommy. He just kind of ate what we ate, and I found that he ate more when he ate with us. That kind of sounds like common sense, but a lot of times I'll make him a separate meal, and then Nick and I will eat after he goes to bed. But since we kept Tommy kind of on Boston time when we were there, we all just did everything together. So that was another thing that was awesome that I didn't talk about in the vlog portion of this video. We got 9 to 10 hours of sleep every single night. It was glorious. Tommy would go to bed between 10:30 and 12 each day, kind of crept up a little bit closer to his regular bedtime. And then he would sleep 10 and a half hours straight through. And since we were in a hotel room, we just went to bed when he did, which worked out really well for us. Another reason why you might want to stay in an Airbnb, but since London is 5 hours different from East Coast time, we just opted to do the hotel room, and because we knew we were gonna be there for Tommy when he was gonna go to bed and wake up, whatever. We got babysitters 2 nighs, which were amazing, so helpful. One babysitter we got through a friend of Nick's from work, and the other one we got through the hotel. We just told the Athenaeum that we wanted a sitter, and they used a service kind of like they have here in Boston, and it was really easy. It was like a $25 or £25 agency fee, and then I think it was about £15 an hour. It would have been 12 if Tommy was over the age of 2. Well worth it. Nick and I got to have a dinner out, peaceful. When we came home, it was time for Tommy to go to bed. We all went to bed, worked out great. In all, I think London is a great place to go if you have a toddler or a baby and you want to travel. We went to San Francisco and the time change really killed us. We were waking up at 3 or 4 a.m. And with London, we got to sleep in. So granted, our days started a lot later. They started at like 10 or 11, but we still were able to kind of feel refreshed, which is what you want on vacation. So whether that's crossing the pond to get that, you know, so be it. So those are kind of some of my tips. If you have any other questions, leave them down below. I've also shared some blog posts, and those links are also in the more info. Thanks as always. I promise more regular videos on this family channel starting in June. Yay, summer vacay!